I have no idea if you guys could hear that or not, but if you heard a crash, I was filling up my water bottle from my Brita, and I did drop my Brita. So if you heard a crashing, I'm fine. I just dropped my Brita. All is well. Yeah, it seems like audio mixing is okay. We shall see. Yeah, you can hear me getting water. No, I know. I know. Um, all right. And I've turned down my yeah. Give me a second. How do I do this? Let's see how to do this. I think I might be able to figure it out. How do I do this? That, I think. Um, I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm having a moderation issue right now that I'm currently trying to work out. We will see if we can get that fixed real quick. Yeah, there's not really anything I can do. All right, it looks like you got it taken care of. Thank you, Shadow. Thank you for that. All right. Well, the good news is now that you're a mod, you do have that power. I actually did not know how to assign mods, so I'm actually going to... see, that's one of my mods. And then... that's one of my mods. And there's another one of my mods. Awesome. Now I have some mods. I didn't have those before. But that was important, so. Alright. And I see that you're probably AFK, Sorisakunana, but thank you for being here in spirit. It does seem like you guys can hear me. If my music is too loud, just let me know. I like it a little loud, but yeah, I get it if it's too much. I will not be talking a whole lot during this, so just as a heads up. Oh my gosh. we're having an error in the chat right now, but let's go ahead and get on to our new art streaming layout. So we're here now. Okay, there we go. So let's go ahead and get started working on... Is Bunny still streaming? I think Bunny is still streaming. It's time to raid. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think she's done yet. She's probably still working on the raiding thing. I don't know, she may be here already. We shall see. Yeah, it looks like she's about to head over here. So it looks like the raid is about to happen. I was given a heads up, so we can go ahead and be aware of that. For Okay, now I can pull open photos. I need some references for what I'm working on, so. All right. Oh, shoot. My stylus isn't working because I don't have my XP pen tablet little tab open. Okay, it should be working. Yeah, okay, it's working now. Oh, I just got raided. Hey! Hi, guys! What was the raid message? Oh, Sleepy Bunny is raiding with a party of 3. Thank you! Hello for being here! I think this is the first time I've been raided. This is so fun. I have 7 total viewers. That's crazy. I don't know if I've ever had 7 viewers at the same time. That's so exciting. Yeah, thanks for visiting from Bunny's stream. I really appreciate seeing you guys. Seven people. 7 people is amazing. If I keep up 7 viewers, then I can get affiliate for Twitch, which would be incredible. Because I had it for like a split second, and then I got busy and I had like finals and stuff, and then I lost it. So now that I'm able to stream a little more consistently to work on my thesis stuff, I can actually utilize affiliate mode Twitch, which would be super cool. Finals, yuck, so real. You deserve 7,000. Oh, you're very, very kind, 40 whales. I do appreciate it. Maybe I'll be a famous art streamer one day. We will see. I don't know. It's just cool to me that people are willing to just chill with me and like kind of watch me do art. Maybe do art themselves. I don't know. I like to put on streams while I do kind of whatever, so I appreciate y'all being here for whatever y'all are doing. But, yeah, I was, like, obviously I still love my stream playlist, but I was feeling something different because I've streamed so much recently and I've been using that playlist so much. So I've picked out some albums by Rosen, who really does, good orchestral Legend of Zelda covers. So hopefully y'all are able to vibe with that. But it's pretty cool. I do think I did mix in a Studio Ghibli soundtrack in there somewhere. What I need later, if I get tired of this, if I go on for too long, maybe in the wee hours of the night, once we pass midnight, turning on the Earthbound soundtrack. I love Earthbound. It is one of my favorite games ever. If you know me, you know that I love Earthbound. And their soundtrack is just very, very fun to me. And I think it'd be funky to turn that on really late, while we're all kind of like delirious. So, just vibes. Yes, Earthbound. Bonnie, you have got to get CSP. You would love Clip Studio Paint. It's so good. I think it would be really good to your workflow. I love Clip Studio Paint. Their brushes are just so optimized, and it seems like just a really powerful tool. I mean, so many professional illustrators use it. What's funny is that they do actually have tools that make it kind of similar to InDesign. Like, you can have multi-page documents, and they do have some animation tools that I know you can utilize at one point. Since I'm not currently learning animation, that's just a future skill to be had. And if I do, I am really considering just learning grease pencil through Blender. But they have really reasonable pricing compared to other softwares that you could use. By the way, I don't know if y'all saw, but Adobe just gave us like a 1 month advance notice that they are literally deleting Adobe Animate like forever. And there are some people who are not happy about it. I mean, I'm not particularly happy about it, but also I don't use the software, so I can't really say anything. But yeah, they're just completely getting rid of the program. They're making all the files unopenable. It's pretty sad, but yeah, and it's going away in like March, and they just told us this. They gave people like a 1.5 years advance notice whenever they got rid of Flash. And they just didn't give anybody that this time, which is a little upsetting, but you're the people who's not very happy about it? Yeah. I don't know. I don't know why they're getting rid of it, because it's a great tool. I mean, people still put out content that's using that, and there are still a really vast amounts of resources detailing kind of how to use the software. But Adobe's just getting a little rough right now, so we usually do Adobe Max every year with our design department, and I usually participate, watch a few of the demos. Literally, unless Aaron Draplin shows up again in there and does another demo, I have no interest in watching anything that they are going to put out. But that's just my hot take. That's my opinion. I have opinions. Yeah, they really are. They are putting so much money into their AI programs. And that's not what I want to invest in. And like, especially as like an unemployed college student. Like, I'm an unemployed college student, and it's really hard to pay for the Adobe software. It's getting to where it's $70 a month. People are spending anywhere between $500 to $1,000 just to keep the Adobe suite, and that's just not viable. I was lucky enough to have my job pay for it for about 6 months, and then I quit my job and they immediately terminated that. And so now I'm having to pay for it out of pocket, and I don't even get like a real student discount anymore, and it sucks. I know people are currently really looking for alternatives to Adobe, so if you guys find anything, let me know. I'm currently working on learning Figma. Figma seems pretty good for basic layout, brand guidelines, asset placement, stuff like that.
I'm using it specifically for web and app design and development. I'm learning HTML in conjunction with that. But other than that, CSP, Blender, like, that's kind of what I'm relying on. And honestly, that's pretty nice because Clip Studio Paint, the version that I have, is literally $25 for the whole year, which is incredibly worth it with how much I'm going to be using it and the amount of commercial material I can make out of it. And Blender and Figma are both free. There are paid versions of Figma, but you can get everything you need from the free version, really.
Adobe replacements for drawing software. I mean, I don't love Adobe for drawing software, period. I've never liked like drawing and painting in Photoshop personally. I would always stick to Procreate or Clip Studio Paint. The problem is me finding a replacement for Illustrator, to have a vector program that's really powerful and good to use, but also After Effects, so that motion graphics that's not exactly animation but is more vector and timeline nodule based. Those would be the two programs that I would be most worried about, because you can pretty much get Premiere Pro covered with DaVinci Resolve or other programs. Photoshop is really just any kind of raster program that's powerful, so Clip Studio Paint can kind of fill in for that. And like I said, any of the InDesign or Adobe XD, stuff like that can be filled in with Figma. Inkscape. I am actually not really sure.
Well, Bunny, it does actually make complete sense that they had us do Adobe, because Adobe is the industry standard. And if you're going to get a graphic design job, you're most certainly going to have to use Adobe. And that's the unfortunate thing about it, is that it's what literally 95% of graphics companies use. And in-house designers use, because when I was in my marketing job, we had to use Adobe, and if we didn't, then we were out of luck. So knowing how to use it is really important. Now, that being said, if you work for a company that uses Adobe, they pay for Adobe for you, so that's kind of not an issue. It's just you do have to know that program in order to really be certified in design, and then adjust to other programs afterward, which sucks, but it's just kind of how it is. That's how I feel with like AutoCAD, because like I would love to learn CAD. CAD seems like it would be a really great skill to have as like a designer and someone who kind of wants to get into 3D modeling. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah. No, I love an open source software. Like Blender is insane. So, Inkscape sounds really cool. I'll type that into my browser so I can kind of research that later. Inkscape. All right. Cool. Yeah, I'll look at that. But yeah, no, if it has vector tools, that would be great. Yeah, AutoCAD. AutoCAD is no joke, like $1,500 a year. When you're paying over $1,000 for a digital software, like that is insane. That's just crazy to me. But like I said, like it's a skill that I want to learn, and it sucks that it costs so much to even want to learn it. So I don't know. Affinity, yeah. Affinity is a really, really popular one. I've looked into Affinity a little bit in the past. The problem was that I tried to get into it while it was still an app, and I didn't have the web versions. I think I would probably like it more if I tried the web versions now. But, that is definitely one for consideration. Yeah, that was not the right color. Let's try that one. Yeah, I think that's better. I don't know. Yeah, because it's making it look really reddish. Yeah, I think this would be closer to it. After Effects alternatives. Awesome. Yeah, I appreciate it, 40 Whales. And also, you guys, if you ever hear my music cut out, please send me a chat about it, like, as soon as you can, because I've been having problems with my audio capture not working, and I am at my wit's end trying to figure out how to fix it. So if you guys could let me know if there's a point in which you can not hear my music anymore. Because it's been happening on streams where I'm like gaming with friends and then you can't hear the friends and it just sounds like I'm talking to myself and I'm crazy. So that's just an ongoing issue at the moment. Sorry, I had to have a water sip. Ooh. The voices! Yeah, I love that clip. That's a really funny one. That does look nice. I do like the way that looks. I'm also having problems with my color display on my XP Pen tablet being a little bit brighter than what's on my screen, so I'm having to kind of double check what it looks like on my Mac as I work. I received a gift from a friend. Oh my goodness! 40 Whales, I don't know if you're here, but the gift of 9 souls has just arrived. My delivery. Oh, that's so fun. Yeah, so I have 9 souls now. Bunny was able to get that to me. So thank you. Thank you, Bunny. And thank you, 40 Whales. That's very awesome. I cannot wait to play that on stream. I think that'll be a really, really fun one. I went back and looked through the art again, and it's just so beautiful.
That would be a funny one to make thumbnails for and put Maggie in there instead of the main character. What is it, Shadow? If I relegate every game to only play on stream, I'm never going to get it done. But that one specifically, I want to play on stream. That one specifically, I want to play on stream. There are games that I'm keeping to myself. Let's see, what's my, if you're looking for an alternative to 2D or 3D animation. 2D animation specifically. So I don't know why, oh, thank you for fixing that message, by the way. I don't know why it flagged you. Yeah, no, I'm wanting to do Deltarune. I legitimately just haven't had time to play games because I have not played a game in like 2 weeks. The closest thing to a game that I've probably done is like Pokemon Sleep and Project Sekai, just because I can do dailies in the background. But yeah, no, I legitimately have been doing work like every hour of every day, and if I'm not, then I am mindlessly scrolling Instagram, which I know is not productive, but it's my body forcing me to do anything else. Yeah, no, I know I'm taking too long. I've legitimately been working on that for the past 6 months, but hopefully I'll be able to finish it soon. That time is just not right now because I have way too many of these illustrations to get done by the end of the week. But yeah, 2D animation. 40 Whales, if you're actually interested, I think you would get a kick out of this. On my YouTube channel, I have 2 videos that I did almost entirely in After Effects. I did some of the illustrations and assets in Procreate, but there is a Coraline intro reanimated video that I did that actually low-key exploded. I low-key got over 100k views on that, and I was not expecting it. But then I also have a kinetic type video / animatic of Mykonos by Fleet Foxes, which is one of my favorite songs. Fleet Foxes is my favorite band, and so it's a neat little thing that I did. That's actually one of my favorite things that I've ever made. So if you ever feel like checking that out, that's kind of what I usually do in After Effects. So even after I hopefully don't need to pay for Adobe myself, if there's ever a point where I need a software, After Effects is the one I would be willing to shell it out for, just because I can't really find anything that's a good alternative, but it is a program I do really love. Alright, I think that looks really nice. I think this looks really good. I also need to fix the background because it's not that color. Let's see, file, open. I've got to fix that muscadine color layer because it's so desaturated, it's actually sad. I think if I saturated it a little more, it would look much better. Because I think what I like about the elderberry so much is that it is a little bit vibrant, and then it's taken down a little bit by the screen woodblock texture. So let's open that up as well. I've opened so many files in the past 7 days. I have like 70 files. I need to organize them really, really bad.
Muscadine clip. Where is my Muscadine? 5. There we go. Okay, yeah. Yeah, like I love that so much. I think it's really good. I just need to figure out how to do the right kind of adjustment layer I'm looking for. To change hue, saturation, brightness. Okay, it's 231 gray. Sorry for the flashing on screen. It just does that when you're typing in RGB codes. Let's see. You've returned with the answers. That's so cool. I'm so excited to hear your answers. New correction layer. Oh, that's really cool. Okay, I do actually love that. New correction layer. Hue, saturation, brightness. I want to saturate. Oh, that looks so much better, actually. That immediately made it look so much better. I hate how much that helped. That helped a lot, actually. Cool. Also needs a little bit of a correction layer. Let's see. My question is, oh, so it only affects that one. Oh, that's interesting. So let's pull up saturation to 30. I like it a little darker, so let's go down 10. And let's keep it at the hue. So 30 and 10. Layer, correction layer. I love that that's non-destructive. That's actually incredible. Yeah, no, okay. Yeah, that's really cool. That's really cool. Yeah, Shadow, this is really good soundtracks. I really like these. I think they sound really nice. Yeah, it is on Spotify. It's under Rosen, so it's ROZEN, all caps. And the playlists I tend to really like are Ballads of Hyrule, but the specific album is Sins of Hyrule, which has a lot of the boss and enemy themes. It has one of my favorites. It's a cover of Calamity from Breath of the Wild. It's so beautiful. Oh my goodness, it's so good. 2D animation. Rive, Cavalry, Synfig, and DaVinci Resolve Studio and Fusion Studio. Oh, yeah, Fusion. I forgot about Fusion. You did miss this. Okay, so you were asking about if I did 2D or 3D animation with After Effects, and for an example of like kind of what I do with that software, I recommended you go to my YouTube. I know, constantly plugging myself. But if you go under my YouTube, under the same handle as on my Instagram and Twitch, I have 2 videos. One is the Coraline reanimated video.
It's the one that you will notice has over 100K views. It went viral. I posted that over the summer. And then the other is from 2 years ago, which is a kinetic type video of Mykonos by Fleet Foxes, which is my favorite band. And that one I really love. I'm in love with that project. It makes me really happy. Oh, yeah. If you've seen them, then yeah, you know. I made those in After Effects, but all of the assets that I used were done in Procreate. So, animated, and, well, the, like, shaky GIFs and the illustrations were done in Procreate, and then it was compiled and fully animated, and then all the text and effects were done in After Effects. So... Thank you so much, 40 Whales. I really appreciate it. Let's see. We can open a new... Let's see if I can do the... What is it? 213? I think it's 213. 213. 213. 213. That looks right. I'll double check, though. Ah, it looks a little darker. 231, I had it backwards. Yeah, obviously Shadow's plugging me like that. Thank you, Shadow. You are so kind, 40 Wells. I do really, really appreciate it. Oh my goodness! I hope that you are able to draw again, 40 Whales. I hope that you are able to do that. It is definitely a gift. Just in the ability to do it. It's really fun to do. It's really enjoyable. So I hope that you are able to experience the drawing again. Yeah, Shadow, you do need to draw more. You are a good artist. You definitely need to draw more. I need to see you do some digital renders of some of your mechs. Let's see, I can't tell what's next on my... Oh, I think it's the Osage. I think that's right. Yeah, that's what it is. Ignore my little Sanrio pouch in the background. You lean into the writing side. Oh, that's really awesome. Used to draw comics. Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, we definitely fall in and out of things that we do. I completely understand that. I think that's awesome that you're able to write, though. I definitely wish I could, like, kind of hone my skills in writing. I've actually considered getting, like, a single-player world-building game, like kind of like a written RPG. There's one that looks really good that's called the Librarian's Apprentice. I think that's right. And it looks like a really good way to practice, like, imagining worlds and learning how to interact in those spaces. But it's like a journaling RPG. It's cool. It seems really neat. Some of the games I've seen like that look like they would be really fun. full-length sci-fi novel. I would read that. That sounds really cool. I do love sci-fi. Where did my... Oh, I couldn't find my stylus for a second. I found it. Never mind. I'm a little all over the place all of the time, in case y'all haven't noticed. It's just how I function, unfortunately. So, y'all will have to deal with it. This is the Rough pen, size 10, in brown. Oh, no, 40 Wells. Do not worry about that. I don't want you to worry about that. I think it's great to hear about what you guys are working on, and I think it's great to, like, really share your inspirations and, like, what you would like to do eventually. I really want to, like, try and be an encouragement to y'all, so I definitely love hearing about what you guys are working on. Along those lines, imagine how I feel. Y'all are watching my every move. There's definitely a certain part to being a content creator that just feels so grandiose. It's like, look at me, I'm so important, you should watch me. Oh, that's wonderful. I would definitely be interested to see it. You know, I have heard that a lot of books will have, like, beta readings, if that makes any sense. It's like an alpha release for books. Actually, whenever I was in high school, I was a part of a program
at our library, where we would get books that they were considering releasing to different libraries, and they would have us read and give reviews of some of the different books, and it would help like with the publishing industry. It was really cool. So oh, the music cut out. Thank you guys. I do appreciate that. Yeah, see, having you guys there to tell me it's off is helpful. I'm sure it's really obvious when it cut out too, because it's in a really intense part right now. Alright, hopefully it should be back on now. Let me know if you guys can't hear it still. But it does look like it is back up. Yeah. Yay, music is back. Yeah. I'm going to spend 8 billion years painting all of the little sections on this Osage apple. No, Osage orange, that's what it's called. It's like a weird little fruit on it that's like spiny and stuff, and it's kind of gross looking. I was telling Regis it looks like a what is it called? A gum fruit? Whatever the fruit is from One Piece. It's crazy looking. But it's really definitive about this plant, so even though it's not what you use for the dye, it's a really good way to identify the tree. So that's why I'm including an illustration of it in the book. Oh, of course, Bunny. Go ahead and go to sleep. I think that's great. I am literally just doing this so that I can get some of this stuff done, because I kind of have to force myself to get it done. So we're gonna try and finish. I hope at least 2 more of these drawings tonight before we call it a night. We'll see if we get there, but. Art! Yes, Daniel Wildcat, it's art! Oh, that's so sweet, 40 wells. Yeah, no, I can't guarantee how much time I'll have soon, but I am genuinely interested in hearing it. Everything is going great. I've had a really good day. I got a lot done. I went to the gym, and then I had a really awesome shower, and did a whole bunch of marketing reading, and finished my study guides, and went to marketing class, and then I went and I worked on thesis study with some of my friends at a local coffee shop that I really love, and I got free coffee because they were having some sort of promotion today, which was awesome. And I got my plant profile template done, emailed one of my professors to proofread some of my stuff, got that planned, and then I went to one of the campus ministries that I go to, and then I slipped out and got some stuff printed. I mixed 2 ceramic glazes, and now I'm here. I never stop moving. I stopped for nobody. This specific day was very productive too. I'm actually very proud of how much I got done today, so I'm hoping that the happiness and fulfillment from that will push me to do it again, because I have way too much to do to be slacking. It's weird, hairy ball. I don't like it. It's weird. But the light art, it is done. I think it looks nice. Okay.
Oh, what am I drawing tonight?
This in particular is Osage. So this is Osage Orange.
I think I've explained my thesis project to you, 40 Whales. I know I've explained it to Daniel. If Tony's still here, I don't think that he's heard it either. Basically, for my design thesis project, which is what I have to do in order to see if they'll let me graduate, is, yes, sorry, Tony, I did. I brought all of you guys to the very forefront. So it's a field guide style book, kind of like, you know, like a bird watching book where it has like little profiles on all the different birds. But it's different plants, fungus, and minerals that are available in my area that can be used to make pigments, dyes, and other colorants. Like, so it's natural foraging, but specifically with the application of glaze mixing, dye making, paint making. So it's just something I'm really interested in. So like ethical foraging, tangible practices, natural materials, stuff like that. So what I'm working on now is the kind of like anatomical drawings of each of those plants that I'll use in the book. And I am going for a much flatter, not particularly like over-rendered style. I know that it's really simplified. I'm actually basing a lot of the interior off of old apothecary books from Japan and China. So that flat color, wood block look. So, also, if I wanted to make fully rendered illustrations of every single one of these plants, which I have 15, I would have to have done like 5 in order to finish all of the rendered plants. We are not drawing hyper realistic plants for this. That is not what we're doing. The other thing I'm really excited for, I am going to create some illustrative repeating patterns for some of the interior spreads as well as the end papers of the book. And they're going to be in the style of, like, if you've ever seen the patterns, the textile patterns from William Morris, like the Strawberry Thief and some of the others similar to that. I'm wanting to do some patterns similar to that. I love his work. William Morris's work is really beautiful if you guys haven't ever seen the kind of stuff that he did. Which the philosophy that he held with the arts and crafts movement and really being just a lot more intentional with your craft is something that I really admire, and is a lot of the philosophy of what drives this project. Because, like, I don't know if you're familiar with that movement, but the arts and crafts movement, as kitschy and, like, kindergarten craft as it sounds, is really quite the opposite, because it was made in response to a very industrialized Victorian society in which they were creating all of these decorative pieces of furniture that were just extremely indulgent and extremely detailed, and it was detail upon detail upon detail that just was not thought out at all, and they were just doing it because they could. So it was just really this indulgence and overconsumption and making things look flashy just to look flashy, and there was really no, like, cultural intention, there was no inspiration, there was no meaning behind it. And the arts and crafts movement was just a really direct push against that. And so a lot of the things that were made in that movement were handmade. They were done with specific cultural context in mind. They would maybe have a detailed pattern, like there is no denying that William Morris's patterns are, like, very lavish and very detailed. But what you would do is that you would have one dominant pattern, and that would be the only pattern for the whole space. And having a more carefully crafted, curated collection would allow each individual piece to shine more, as opposed to just lumping together all of the flashy things together.
So, I don't know. It's an interesting philosophy to me. There is a specific book that's really good for that, actually. It's, what is it? Is it The Anatomy of Ornament? What am I thinking of? It's not The Anatomy of Pattern. It's something similar to that. What's it called? I know I have it saved on my Internet Archives. I love Internet Archives. It's really great. Let's see where that is. It is called I thought I found it, but I did not. Man, it's making me so mad that I can't find it right now. I have a lot of really good books on here, but... The Grammar of Ornament. That's what it is. It's The Grammar of Ornament from 1856 by Owen Jones. That's what it is. Oh, thank you, Tony. Yeah, no, I have a lot of very niche specific interests. So... Honestly, they're not really even that niche because I find a lot of people who love a lot of the things that I do. I was explaining my project to some of my other friends at university, and they were like, "Oh, those are my favorite things too." And I was like, "Oh, that's wonderful. You should buy my book." The lore drop? Which lore drop? Which one? The one about the arts and crafts movement, or about me? All of it. Hey, coding is a great niche, though. Coding is excellent. No, I don't already have a book. The goal is to make a book. All of this will be a book. I'm going to release it about halfway through the semester, and I'm actually going to offer it as a pre-order to family and friends to kind of help fund the project, especially since I'm going to be doing some supplemental... I'm doing stickers, bookmarks, and posters that go along with them. And so I'll be offering the book itself, and then I'll be offering bundles with those. So, but I might offer it up to my Discord chat. That might happen. Discord chat being the council, but. Collector's edition, exactly. See, I love collector's editions. If you guys didn't know, I am a graphic design major, so graphic design is really what I specialize in. But one of the things that I think about when I think of like dream things to design are those limited edition like vinyls and CDs. Um, yeah, when I'm famous in a few years, those like limited edition CDs and vinyls that have like really beautiful cases, and then like the vinyl or CD itself is really beautifully designed, and then they've got like the little art books or posters that are in them, and the lyric books, and like the little stickers that will come with them. Like zine packages are really kind of like that now. I have one that I actually applied to be an artist for, but I didn't get in. They had some amazing artists for that, and I just didn't have a very good stylized portfolio, let alone art of the topic at hand. But I did purchase it, and I'm excited to get it. They actually had a stretch goal of bandanas, and I love to wear a bandana over my hair, especially when I don't feel like wearing like a hair tie. And they had some really cool custom printed bandanas, which just gave me the idea of, like, that would be a really cool thing to make at one point. Which, of course, if I do repeating patterns that I just really fall in love with, I could always use those in the future to apply it to different products. I specifically was thinking about some stationery with it, doing like maybe a notebook that's wrapped in that pattern, some sticky notes, things like that. But yeah, like a bandana would be really cool. I'm a little worried. It's hard to do bark texture, and I feel like it's coming off as more furry than barkish. I'm gonna pull up the photo that I had earlier. The good news is that we are done with 3 out of 7 plants. And if we finish this one and then maybe the pokeweed, we'll have even more done. I do have a feeling that the goldenrod won't take too long because it's a single image and it has like the leaves and the florets and the whole plant like kind of shape all in one image, which will be helpful. I love the pokeweed illustration that I did. The pokeweed was really cute. I think that one will turn out nice. The walnut is super simple as well. So after the Osage, I'm gonna go goldenrod and then pokeweed and then walnut. But we'll see if I can finish Osage and then maybe goldenrod tonight before I get off. Okay. It does look like when it comes to the bark texture, you just kind of have to like make it look rough in the kind of general direction that it looks in the photos.
Goodbye, Tony. I hope you have a good night. Get good rest.
Oh, this is the one I like. I think this is Calamity.
No, it's Castle in Ruins. Wait. Let's see. I just think it hasn't updated. Yeah, it is Calamity. Ah, yes. This one's really good. Oh, what kind of games did I say I was looking into for world building / writing inspiration? So, I was looking for games that weren't exactly like D&D, but were like 1 to 2 player, specifically 1 player, just because I think it'd be really cool to do it by myself. They're like journaling tabletop RPGs. So the one I was looking at specifically is called The Librarian's Apprentice. It seems to have a really good kind of set format to it already that you can just kind of build off of. There are a few others that look really cool. Whisper in the Walls looks like a really good horror themed one. Song of the Scriptworm is like a bundle that's kind of, it's like a DLC of The Librarian's Apprentice pretty much. Let's see if I can, yeah, okay, I can specifically look for solo games. Oh! Void 1680 AM. That one looked really good. Basically, you play as the host of a AM radio show. That one looked really, really cool. That one looked really nice. It also looked like it had a community aspect where you could be the host, and then you could also open it up to have other players call in and kind of have a conversation with them as though you were a radio station host. And that did look really, really neat. I think that'd be really fun to do. There are a few others that look interesting. There's one called Home. It's a map making RPG. That one looked really neat. It had like a mech kind of aspect to it. There are a few others that looked pretty neat. It seems like there are a lot of options for it, though. It seems pretty cool. The specific website that I was looking at buying from is called Tabletop Bookshelf. It looked really cool. Digital games. Oh, yeah. No, I'd definitely be interested in looking at some digital games. I think that'd be really cool. I just think it really depends. As long as it's something I would be comfortable with. I don't like getting into things that are too dark. Just sometimes it bothers me. But yeah, most like fantasy, historical type things I would be kind of into. Like that horror one I was talking about. That one looked neat, but it's probably not something I would play. But yeah, no, if there's a digital game that you think would fit that, that'd be really, really cool. Oh, game recommendations. Yeah, I think that would be really neat. Yeah, I need like a 40 whales like recommended games, like the peak wish list. I think that'd be neat. Consider it done. Yeah, we would love to see that in like game review on over on the council. I feel like I'm a bad member of the council. I don't talk about it very often. I'm just here. Like literally, I am one of the most like lax members of the group that is still a content creator. We do have a few members that just kind of like never show up, but they don't make content very often at all. I make content. I'm just a lot more lackadaisical with it. I'm literally in the position where I'm like, if people want to watch me, they can, but I'm just here because I'm here. Like, literally, I am streaming my thesis stuff because it's the only way I can keep myself accountable to actually getting it done. And hey, maybe doing it publicly. Wow, that was a bad flop of words. Maybe doing it publicly would gain a little bit more interest in the project. I think that would be really cool. You guys definitely seem very supportive about it, so I do appreciate that. I have Disco Elysium. I actually purchased it. I'm gonna play it on stream at some point. I have it. Yeah, no, I've heard wonderful things about Disco Elysium. That one is very, very lore dialogue heavy, which I love. Honestly, I like things that play out kind of like a visual novel. Give me a second, and I'll actually pull up my Steam list. I made some screenshots the other day of everything I have purchased on Steam right now, because I legitimately have about 20 unplayed games sitting on my Steam, and I need to put a hold on my account where I can't buy any more games until I finish one that I haven't played yet, which is why Shadow said that earlier about Nine Souls, which Nine Souls specifically I think would be really good for stream. I'm not playing Hollow Knight and Silksong on stream. That is something I'm definitely doing for myself. Which, if I play those on my own time, that would actually help me with Nine Souls, because they're both those Metroidvania style games, which I suck at. Like, I infamously suck at Metroidvania games. So, I think that would be helpful. I could never have a bigger backlog than you. I have seen how many games you have purchased on Steam, 40 Whales. I have seen that. So, I get it. Let's see, what are some games that I haven't played that I really want to? I have What Remains of Edith Finch. That's a really beautiful one. The only clip context I have of that one is the baby scene, the baby in the bathtub. That's the only scene I know about in What Remains of Edith Finch. But I've heard that it's really good for its story. Let's see. There's one I have called Ocean's Heart that looks like a really cute Legend of Zelda style RPG. It's like pixel top-down platformer. Moon looks phenomenal. Moon Remix. It was done in like the early 2000s or late 90s. I think it was for GameCube or something really similar to that. I think it was a Japanese only release game when it first came out. I don't know the history of it, but it has really interesting like claymation aspects, but then also a little bit of 3D and pixel. It looks really cool. I'm really excited to do that one. That one is very, very soon in the backlog after Deltarune. I want to play that one on stream really bad and make some videos around it. It just seems like a fun game. Let's see, Moon in Stars and Time looks like a really fun arty game. Oh, Harlan Ellison's I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. I do have the web game for that one. I haven't decided if I'm going to do that one on stream or not, just because there's some sensitive content, and I do like to keep my streams PG to PG-13. Just because I have a lot of friends and family of friends that I know watch my streams that are a little young. So, oh, Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. I would love to play Great Ace Attorney Chronicles on stream. I've played the Phoenix Wright games, and I love them so very much. So I think that would be a really fun, pretty one to play on stream. I have Fallout 1, 2, and 3, which my brother has informed me that there are some slurs in one of them, so I'm going to have to look at that, and I might not be able to play that one on stream. Gorgoa, very beautiful arty game, just stunning looking. I can't wait to play that one. Dredge, Disco Elysium. Oh, Dave the Diver. Dave the Diver is very fun. My dad played Dave the Diver, and he loved it. He really highly recommended that one to me. It's just kind of like a silly one that's really fun, though. That's a good one. Other than that, I've played a little bit of Coffee Talk on my own. I've played a fair amount of Yume Nikki. One of the ones I'm really obsessed with that I've played through for about 3 hours, but I'm actually going to restart it and play it on stream, is called Hypnospace Outlaw. If you know me IRL, I have been raving about Hypnospace Outlaw. It is my current obsession because I'm really into like indie HTML websites right now. So like old web, like 1999, Y2K, like really funky, eye-bleeding personal websites. I think they're really fun. Oh, yeah, that is so true for you, Wills. Thanks, actually, for letting me know about that. I will say, I mean, Deltarune does have, like, a little bit of cursing. And for that, mostly, I don't read that part out loud. I know I probably sound like a baby trying to censor some of the words. It's one of those things that I'm not really comfortable with. I don't feel bad playing the game, but... yeah. Another one that I am ironically going to play on stream, even though it's a little bit darker. I will say I'm a little bit more PG-13 than some of the other counselors, but not necessarily like a lot. Amori is a game that I really want to play, which that one deals with some really dark, heavy themes. I don't know, just like the story of like grief and guilt that it tells is really, really beautiful to me. So like there's a lot of meaning behind some of the tactics it uses. So I have played a fair bit of Mori, but I have not played in a couple of years, so I will come back to that one and stream it hopefully. Yeah, that is a really good thing to consider, 40 Whales. Thanks for letting me know about that. I will definitely look into it before I start streaming it. And like I said, like that may be something that I do for myself, especially since I know it is a very long dialogue heavy game. So but yeah, like the Fallout games, I am probably gonna play that all by myself.
we're halfway done with the bark. I want to cry. I will say I may try and wrap up closer to 12, just because I don't love to stay up just too late. Also, my eyes have really been bothering me today. I don't know what's up. They've just been hurting a little more than usual. I do get ocular headaches quite often, but today I've just like noticed a little bit more throughout the day, and it's like not anything like super severe. It's just been like noticeable. It's like I feel weird twinges behind my eyes. Oh, no. I don't feel pressured into it at all. Like I said, it's just to finish with some of these projects. But I just, on my, my little announcement that I did on the channel, I said I was going to be going until 1 a.m. And I don't think I'm going to be going until 1 a.m. I think that would be too early for me. Oh, that was not a good texture. Didn't like that. Yeah. There we go. There we go. That's much better. Oh no! So early. You need to go to sleep, 40 whales. I have a lot of friends that I play games with that are in that kind of time zone, so I definitely understand the earlier bedtime and the needing to get some rest. Never. No sleep, never. That's so sad. Sleep is good. Sleep is amazing. I love to sleep. I got games to recommend. Ain't no time to sleep. So real. Look, thinking about being sleepy gonna make me more sleepy. Yeah, I may call it quits after this. I did finish the sumac, and this one is a really in-depth illustration, so I think maybe after I finish the line work for this, I may call it quits. I know that's relatively early, but I don't know. I can just feel it kind of weighing on me, so... And like I said, like, I always, like, beat myself up about not being productive, but after Daniel Wildcat asked me how my day was, and I started listing everything I did, I was like, oh, I did actually do a lot today. And TBH, especially since I was doing a lot more cardio this morning, I've only just started going to the gym. I've just, like, never really known what to do, and, it is good to let your body rest after that, because if I don't, then that will take a toll on me. So as soon as I finish the bark line work, I do think I will call it a night. Oh yeah. No, I am realizing that my best stream length seems to be just under 2 hours. So usually like an hour and a half to an hour and 45 minutes. That does seem to be where I land, just kind of consistently. And I'm pretty happy with that. I think that's a really healthy stream length to where it's engaging for you guys to watch, and I don't really run out of things to talk about. Which, you know, I don't see, tonight is so unusual for me. I usually do not talk very much on stream at all. I'm actually very quiet, which is probably why it's a little bit harder to engage with me than it is with someone like Sorsaku Nana or Sleepy Bunny. But I don't know, sometimes those like 3-hour streams are just, they're too much. And those truly are just like such large chunks of my day that like obviously I want to make time for y'all, but there's a certain point where it is becoming obstructive, especially as something that is not my full-time job. So I think that an hour and a half to 2 hours is a very healthy amount of time to invest in this.
Yeah, quality over quantity. Exactly.
Alright, it does look like that is done though. The cool thing about the Osage bark is that it's got that really nice kind of grayish exterior, and then on the areas where it like kind of breaks on the outside, if you know what I mean, where you can like kind of see a little bit of the inner layers underneath, it's a little bit of like a richer orange. So I think that'll be really fun to render. That'd be really cool. And let's see, first I'm gonna go ahead and take out the sketch layer underneath. I'm gonna kind of move some of these around. If they have a better layout, maybe like that. Yeah, I like that. I'm happy with that. Cool. Yeah, those look really nice. I'm very happy with those.
That's so real. I always think that I have like great ideas for like things to share with people, and then I get there and I'm like, wait, what was it I'm looking for again? But yeah, no, I think that is where I'm gonna end it for tonight. I'm gonna see if any of some of my favorite streams or my streamers are streaming right now. So I'm going to do exactly what Bunny did, pass it on. Send you guys off on a raid. You guys don't have to stay. But if you could just like maybe say hi, that would be really awesome. But yeah, good night, you guys. I know, raid chain. I love raiding. I always forget to do it, so I think it's really cool to be able to do that. I'm gonna look for someone with relatively few views. Let's see. Ooh, Lelyloo looks really cool. Let's see. Anyone I'm following. Oh, I may send you over to Consta. I really love Consta. I think that may be what I'm going to do. So I'm going to send you guys over to Consta. She has some really good cozy content. She is actually playing Stardew Valley right now, it looks like. But yeah, I'll send you guys over. Awesome. Alright, yeah, I'm going to send you